The Film Show with me, Lee Clark. An all-new show bringing you all things film and TV. Over the next few weeks, we've got access to some of the latest red carpet events, festivals, and so much more. But we're going to start right now, as we've been invited to the 63rd BFI London Film Festival, where we're going to get a glimpse over the next 11 days of some of the biggest stars and movies to be released here, from established directors and screenwriters, but up-and-coming new talent as well. So let's take a look at what we're going to be seeing over the next few days. Well, as I said earlier on, we've been lucky enough to be invited down to the London Film Festival by the BFI. Now, the opening night gala is tonight, where it all kicks off with international movie star Dev Patel. We've got Hugh Laurie and, of course, acclaimed British actor and Hollywood star Ben Whishaw, taking place in a modern-day adaptation of Charles Dickens's David Copperfield. Now, it sees Dev Patel take on a modern twist to the Charles Dickens David Copperfield character, with some laughs along the way. In fact, Armando Iannucci, the director, has created a script that is literally fabulous fun to watch. Dev Patel plays a great David Copperfield, and of course his acting qualities we've known from recent times, from Hotel Mumbai and of course Slumdog Millionaire.
What's your name?
Copperfield.
Copperfield?
Copperfield.
This is Crotwood Trosserfield.
David Copperfield.
But for me, the overriding factor is, with this particular movie, is that you sit back, you enjoy it, and it washes over you in a sense of happiness that you get when you come out of the film. Let's take a look.
This narrative is far more than mere fiction.
Are you David Copperfield?
I am indeed.
It is the true story of the life I was about to lead.
Your mama is ill.
How ill is she?
Very ill. Dangerously ill. She's dead.
You're joining me in the heart of London's West End, yes, Leicester Square. This is the opening gala here at the fabulous theatre in the heart of Leicester Square.
It's opening night of the London Film Festival, and we're kicking it off with a very, very good best of British film, The Personal History of David Copperfield.
Stars are about to arrive, but what makes somebody a star? Well, they're fans. Who are you looking forward to hopefully see tonight?
Well, I'm hoping for Tilda Swinton.
Okay.
Apparently she's not coming, but we're crossing our fingers.
Now, where are you guys from?
I'm from Taiwan.
You're from Taiwan, and where are you from?
I'm in China.
Middle of China. Right, are there any other stars that you're looking forward to see?
Actually, I'm not sure. Everyone.
Everyone? Well, listen, we have a full cast list turning up tonight, so are you going to be cheering and screaming for everybody when they come?
Yeah, sure.
We've actually got one of our celebrities here, because Kevin, you're actually in the movie, aren't you?
Yes, I'm an extra in a couple of the scenes.
So what did you have to do in the movie? Tell us a little bit of insider knowledge then.
I had to stand around and wear a top hat a lot.
Oh, really? Are
Yeah.
you good at that?
Oh, I was very good at wearing a top hat.
Now, the stars are on the way. Dev Patel's here, Hugh Laurie, Tilda Swinton, and many more for the personal history of David Copperfield. First up on the red carpet tonight, how's the not much pressure?
No, man, someone's got to be first. I'm here with my mum, so she's kind of.
Oh, your mum's in the background.
It's all about her tonight, yeah.
And you haven't had a chance probably to see the film yet, have you?
I haven't seen it. This is it. This is the first time I get. I saw a couple of little clips when I did some ADR.
Yeah.
But I've seen nothing.
How was it playing your character? How long did you spend working with the guys on the movie?
So I was on it for about 6 weeks in total, very much sort of in and out, because obviously it's very diverse in terms of it's a broad landscape and a lot of different sort of areas that we shot in, and so there was a lot of travel, so very much in and out. But I was on it for about 6 weeks or so, me and Gwen.
Were you behind the popcorn tonight? Is it you or Mum to sit down and watch the movie together?
It's all about Mum tonight, and she gets to do whatever she wants, man.
Well, listen, I hope you enjoyed the movie. Have a great time, and thanks for stopping by. Take care. I was just have to ask you, as the event director this year, how you kind of front and centre, right out the red carpet, first out the block?
Oh, well, I love it. It's really fun.
This year there's over 250 films. How does it feel for you to have this film as the launch and the gala premiere?
Tonight's event is just a cracking way to open the festival. It really showcases the strength of British cinema. It's a great London story. It feels very modern, even though it's a Dickens adaptation. I think it's a Dickens adaptation like you've never seen on screen.
You play the young David Copperfield. How exciting was that for you?
Well, I mean, it was one of my first things that I've got, and then when I found out I got it, I was like, wow, it's a really big thing for me, and I'm really excited.
So you went to the audition, and how long was it before you got told that you were actually going to play David Copperfield Jr. alongside Dev?
Well, so I did the first audition, and then I was just like, I may not get it, I might get it, and then went into the next part of the audition, and we didn't hear back for a little bit, and I thought, oh well, maybe we didn't get it. And then after a little while, we just went, Pop, you got the part, and I was like, what?
We could keep him as a little pet. It was a joke, I'm sorry. I've been attempting to learn gentleman's humour from a book.
Hey Simon, how are you?
Good, thank you. Nice to see you.
How are you enjoying your evening so far?
It's very good. This is all very exciting and very glamorous. Usually I sit in a room writing, and now they've let me out. So it's a good evening.
So from pen to paper to the big screen, how do you feel what you had in your mind of the script and the writing side of it has come across onto the big screen?
I think we've done what we wanted to do. I think we've made the film we wanted to make. We wanted to bring out the comedy in the book. It's the funniest book I've ever read, and sometimes when it's adapted, they tend to leave the comedy out, and we wanted to focus on that and make that our main thing.
You must be very proud of course, the way the Mando's actually delivered what you've written down on paper and put it onto the big screen. And with a cast like Dev and Jay Raj, you must be incredibly proud of what you had on paper that's eventually made it there.
Yeah, I think this is I've been doing this 22 years now. This is the best gig I've done, my favourite gig, because there's such a wonderful cast. It's so, I've worked with Armando for a long time now, and it's always wonderful to work with him. And when we've done what we wanted to do, and I hope it's looking good on the screen.
It was terrific. It was sort of almost indecent how much fun it was, because I've got this slightly Presbyterian streak. I feel like work should be hard and slightly miserable. And I get worried if people are having too good a time, but I couldn't resist it, because there was just such a wonderful group of people and a wonderful director and a wonderful script. So it was just yes, it was a very wonderful time. And I must say, I know this sounds like I'm just sort of puffing the film, but I really did feel good after it. I felt very, very good about people.
Weave their memory
Come in, form a queue.
into my life's journey.
We're ruined.
Like a castle. Bailiffs.
How can we be ruined?
Like a big castle.
This Harrow boy's done good. Dev, nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm great.
What a night, the opening of the London Film Festival. You're here, the star of the David Copperfield movie. What does it mean to you to be here tonight and be a star of this great movie?
It's incredible. I feel very awkward when you say star. I don't feel like one, but I'm very... just what an amazing cast and like a story. It's so life-affirming and hopeful, and it's a classic that Armando's put his signature twist on, so I really think people are going to enjoy it.
Your cast that you've got on this movie, I can see some of the interviews you've done with Hugh and everything. You've got a great kind of mix and a great kind of friendship there.
Amazing energies. Hugh's just such a generous actor. He really can steal a scene with the look, and is very gracious, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
I can easily recall people of strong character.
Good morning!
Good morning. Is it too early for sherry?
A little early.
So there we have it, the Walk of the Stars is complete. The first film is underway, the gala of the London Film Festival 2019. We've met Dev Patel, we've met some of the amazing stars of the movie, David Copperfield, and of course the writer himself. We're going to be here through the whole 11 days of the London Film Festival. So join us back here at the Islam Channel to see more great movies and international stars. We'll see you back here soon.
What are you doing?
Medicine. Reviving you.
This is salad dressing.
Is it?
Not only have we been granted access on the red carpets to celebrities and stars, directors, producers, and everybody involved in the movies, but we get first-hand insight knowledge about the event itself. And we've been invited to a meeting and an interview with Tricia Tuttle, who is the event director here at the BFI London Film Festival. And she's waiting for me just inside the View Cinema. So let's go and have a chat.
I think the London Film Festival and big festivals are really, really important. It's more and more difficult to get a wide range of independent films into cinemas, and that's true in every country in the world. It's really important, particularly in a global city like London, that our audiences can see cultures from all over the world reflected on screen. We've got an incredible team working. Year-round, there are 13 people who run the festival office, and then when we get to the festival itself, we go up to about 150 people. So the way we cope is by having a great team who know exactly what they're doing, really good at what they do, and everybody pulling in the same direction. The biggest challenge, as you can hear from my voice, is sort of staying healthy. It's 12 intense days. We welcome 900 filmmakers. We've got 233 feature films, and over the 12 days we'll be welcoming around 180,000 admissions in London alone. So it's a really big festival. You've got to keep your stamina going. So you have to just keep going, stay healthy, try to eat, and have a good time. That's the big thing. Well, a festival director isn't allowed to have favorites, and genuinely this is one of the best years of cinema that I've seen in my time working on festivals. It's such a strong year. One of the things I'm really excited about, though, globally, is the emergence of a new generation of filmmakers. Shahid Amin, who made Scales, Saudi filmmaker, Joe Talbot, who is American, who made Last Black Man in San Francisco, Shannon Murphy, an Australian filmmaker who made Baby Teeth, here from the UK, Rose Glass, who made Saint Maud. These are really exciting filmmakers who are coming through and really breaking through this year, and that's great to see. One of the things we want to do at the festival, and we've started to do it this year, is create more of a festival atmosphere. We're hosting a number of free events and screenings for the public. We want to continue to do this. We're also looking for ways to make sure that when a filmmaker comes here, we can interview them, make it available for people to watch afterwards, so sort of make sure that we benefit more than the people who live in central London and can come to the festival.
Next up is a film written and directed by William Nicholson. You'll know him as a screenwriter from fabulous films Les Miserables and, of course, Oscar-winning Gladiator. 4 times Oscar-nominated Annette Bening stars as the lead in this particular film when one weekend, her and Bill Nighy, the characters in the movie, invite their son home for the weekend. He thinks it might be something joyous and a celebratory weekend. However, the mood turns a bit sour when they announce that they're going through a divorce. The son is almost the mediator in this particular film, where he sits between his mum and dad to try and make this divorce go a bit smoother. Annette Bening's character, however, decides this is not going to be a smooth ride for anybody, and she delivers a wonderful performance in the film Hope Gap. I hope you're going to enjoy it.
This is the summary of the financial agreement. This is the deed signing over the house into your sole name, Mrs. Axton.
Tonight sees another red carpet event that we're here to bring you, a fabulous film called Hope Gap. What a great film, I have to say, for me. You said that Grace is based on your mother, is that correct?
That's correct, and Josh is me.
When I watched this this morning and some of the clips of it with Annette playing a character as Grace, a very incredibly powerful performance.
Yes. Unbelievable, unbelievable. I mean, I've just been so lucky. I knew she was good. You know, she's 4 times Oscar nominated. She's got a star in the Hall of Fame, in the Walk of Fame. I knew she was good, but what she is brave. You know, she's willing to crumple and to allow herself to you can see the process going through for her.
I knew this wouldn't work.
Yes, it will. I'm being businesslike. No more references to sneaking, two-faced marital treachery.
So, Bill, with her portrayal of Grace, did you think she actually reminded you immensely of your mother in those memories you have?
Yes, but not. It's not a physical thing; it's an emotional thing. Because my mother was a very difficult character, and you know, was quite aggressive and just prickly, as well as being very loving and emotional. And so emotionally, she got it completely. But she's a completely different human being in every single way. So it was a very odd experience to feel this is like my mother, but it isn't. It's somebody else. And of course, that's what you have to do. You have to create a character. You have to create a performance. It's not a mimicry.
So it would be better for me if you were dead.
But I'm not.
It would be better in every way. If I have to manage without you, I'd rather be a widow.
Maybe that's one thing that's kind of unique about it. It deals with the adult child whose parents are breaking up. Happens to a lot of people, of course, and it's very complicated. And I think he wrote it beautifully. I mean, it was a play, so he turned it into the screenplay. And it was a great challenge, and a great challenge is always a great thing. You know, it's difficult, and all of the hard work, and you have to get yourself there. But no, I feel very lucky to have been asked and to work with Bill Nighy. He's an incredible man, as everyone knows. Everyone knows that already. So I'm just saying what everybody already knows, but I will say it again. He's a delightful man and a very, very good actor.
The story of Hope Gap actually was kind of relative to a lot of members of your cast and crew.
Yes, I mean, I'm not going to reveal particularly which ones, but but as we were interviewing people to be, whether they was whatever department it was, costume, makeup or camera, we kept finding people said, well, this has happened to me too. My parents have got divorced in later life or split up, because you're seeing people when they get to their 60s, things will always be the same and they won't change, but they do change, and people do want to have a new life in later life sometimes. So it's not just a young phenomenon, this notion of divorce. It does happen to people later on in life too. But it's not really just a film about divorce, it's about families. It's a film about the emotional heart of families and what keeps families together and how they stay together and what draws them apart too, in a way.
So Hope Gap, we were talking to Bill earlier on and the guys about how certain members of the cast and crew related to the scenario of divorce all the way through. And that was actually, I said to the guys, this is the thing that I was so drawn to as well. I think most people will have some part of their family and history gone through that sort of scenario. It's kind of an emotive film.
Yeah, no, it really does resonate with everybody. And on our crew, we had all different shapes and sizes and, backgrounds, and every single one of us all had a story about it. So yeah, it's definitely, there and fed all the way through to everybody.
There we have it, another red carpet finished here in Leicester Square in the West End of London. Hope Gap is about to play. The stars are taking their seats in the cinema. We've had a great introduction to the movie, not only from the stars who were present in the film, obviously, but from the director himself. William, or Bill, as we now know him, was telling us actually this story is more of a personal story to him and how his family and his mother and father went through divorce and how it affected him and the family members that he grew up with. But there is an uplifting part of this story, and we want you to enjoy Hope Gap as well, as do all the stars, Bill Nighy, Annette Bening, and of course the directors and the producers who we've had a chance to meet tonight. So why don't you take a few minutes out and have a look at Hope Gap.
So this settlement you and Edward have come up with, do I get more than I'd get if he died?
If he died?
Yes.
Well, no. As things stand, if your husband died, you'd get the house, your joint savings, and a full widow's pension.
And if we get a divorce, I get less?
Yes.
So it would be better for me if you were dead?
Well, there you have it, two great movies and a host of stars to kick off our first show. The opening night gala with the personal history of David Copperfield was a real privilege to be at, and something I got a bit nervous about when I watched it for the first time. Also, talking of nerves, meeting a 4-time Academy Award nominee Annette Bening was an experience I'll never forget. Tricia, the festival director, was somebody who gave us an insight into how many hundreds of people are involved in putting the London Film Festival here on the streets and the cinemas of London. It was a fabulous experience and a great insight from her. But the overriding factor for me is if you're watching this show today and you're a filmmaker, or you've got a script, or you've got an idea that could possibly hit the big screens, well, 60% of the movies featured here at the London Film Festival were by brand new filmmakers, and that could be you in the not too distant future. If you'd like to know more about The Film Show, then you can email us at thefilmshow@islamchannel.tv. We'll see you next time.
Hello, neighbor.
Do you want to risk it all?
I want to use what I'm good at.
Would you like to be a part of this history?
Yes, I'm available.